Запущу трансляцию. Я с организатором сделал, потому что сейчас я всех выключу, чтобы можно было микрофон включать-выключать. Тебе тоже. Good evening, Anand. Good evening, everyone. Dear participants, we are going to start. And please let me know if you can see and hear me. Okay.
Я смотрю, много Индии, да?
Please write your comments in chat so that we can answer your questions or comments. Берди, hello. Чао, Берди. Я его должен разблокировать. Так, сейчас.
А у него это фотография.
Мы убрали, потому что люди, как сказать, пользовались, картинки включали там не очень. В прошлый раз.
Ciao, Anton.
Oh, Birdi. Hello.
Hello.
Как дела, как дела?
I thought that is photo, not real you. I have still image. Looking at it, and you just moved. Wow, Birdi, you're alive. It's not a photo. Yeah, you're looking good, Birdi, as always. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So also, dile tutto bene loro? Un po' anche
Pensavo che avevi questa immagine, non so se hai capito.
Quale?
Questo tuo con adesso. Pensavo che tu immagine che non muovevi, così facevi.
Pensava già lui?
Sì, che tu hai messo immagine invece di webcam, era tua immagine di Zoom.
Ho capito.
А как дела, Антон, спрашивает Берди.
I'm very well. I lived several months before. I lived in Novosibirsk. It's Siberia, and a couple months ago, I just moved to Sochi. Sochi, it's a tropic. It's only one, not only one. The biggest city at the sea in Russia. They're just enough warm and the sunny. I love it. It's a really good place. I love to live near sea.
Hai capito tutto, Birdi?
Pochino.
Spostato al mare, Anton.
Lui sì, ancora lì?
No, spostato, ha trasferito, fatto trasloco.
Adesso è tornato in...
No, fatto trasloco, abita lì.
Rimani lì? È bello.
Sì, da.
Degli complimenti, allora stai lì, che bello. Ti vedo, ti seguo sempre io.
Он в соцсетях следит и молодец. Он говорит, там очень тоже здорово.
Да, я там иногда выставляю картинки с семьей. Я так понимаю, основная аудитория на английском, мой английский пойдет, да?
Да, нормально, да, можно.
Можно на моем английском.
Adesso mi vedete bene.
Sì.
Dirgli che tuo figlio si somiglia molto.
Говорит, сын похож, мы видели фотку эту, которую там 1 год, по-моему. Говорит, очень похож на тебя, здорово.
My young and my older sons, I have 3 sons. Looks like me, absolutely. Yeah. But the middle son, it's looks like such as not mine. But the older he grows, the looking much same as my wife. Looking as my wife, and the most effective thing I can produce is kids.
Hai capito?
Capito quasi quasi. Alla prima e l'ultimo non hai capito. Prime tre sì.
Sì. No, miglior cosa che faccio è i bambini. Migliore cosa.
Bravo, bravo. E dilli, come si dice? Sei un bravo papà, ti vedo.
Отличный папа, говорит, и я слежу, говорит Virgi.
Anche a me piacciono i bambini, visto che come tieni sempre tieni cura di figli, è importante. Quando è piccoli anche devi un po' magari fare vedere cosa sta migliore nella vita, no? Non dare tutti i gettoni di oro per dire magari spieghi come fanno anche così come.
Как Берди говорит, он смотрит, говорит, лучшее время это с самого детства, потому что потом очень трудно. И я по поводу спортивных всяких мероприятий и все. Он говорит, классно, что занимаешься. Он говорит, а я тоже очень люблю детей, и я вижу, что ты очень...
The family is really important for success in business. It's I have absolutely sure in this. Good family relationships, good kids relationships gives you such an experience. You can move to business in any kind. It's if you can deal with your family, you can deal with everybody else around, because your family is much more independent opinion you can find, and they will not allow you to be not good in something, because they know you, they need you, and then you learning to deal with people around you. With a big family, you can teach everybody in a company, in your partners, in your some society, deal with everybody, each other, and at another level, much more efficient level. I love to deal with my teams, such as they just family members. You know, you know how we interact with you. You saw we're really close friends, all of us in the company. We perform our business as one team, speaking English worldwide is not my common job.
Наша общая семья, да.
Yeah. And that's why I think that the company really should be really как внимательные, как сказать это? Attentive to the colleagues that have big families and with kids, with more kids and more than one kid. Yeah, because they actually teaches us to interact with each other. Let's start. Yeah.
Good evening, dear participants. We are welcoming tonight my colleague and the executive director of SOLARGROUP company, Mr. Anton Tereschenko. Welcome, Anton. Good evening. It's a great time tonight because we are going to describe and discuss some updates which company has for you. A great event which will be on 27th of June. Many of you already know, and we will remind you about it again. And also we'll discuss some questions, and please write in chat if you have questions or comments with your contact details, please. So if you have technical or financial questions for the packages, please just write to me and I will save them and I will put you in contact with support, or we'll try to resolve also your questions. and let's start. Anton, we received some questions already from SOL Group project participants, and we can start from question number 1.
Excellent.
Okay.
Let me just invite everybody. So our big event we will have in a couple of weeks. 27th of June, we will broadcast first international live conference with a live translated conference. There will be all top management and all the most interesting speakers will talk to you about investment future. What I mean investment future? The world changes. The world changed rapidly, and it becomes much more intense. We just used to feel it, and the investments market, it's a basement for all markets that changes much more rapidly we think. And investment market as a banking for some time before steps in new era, the era of mobile web online platforms that gives everybody with a low cash, with some small amount of money, but they want to just grow it, just want to have a tool that they're not allowed to, is available now. And that will be the core of conference in June. New investment market era. Дима, все как звучало хорошо? Okay. You can register to this conference. Dima will give you a link. There we have really good программу, как сказать, конференции.
The program.
Okay. We have a really good, intense conference program, and you will love it. Even conferences. Beardy remembers the conference in Moscow. The conference that not only small amount of people from all around the world can just go there. It's expensive. It's not an easy to just organize it. It's wild logistics, and not the same drive, the same value we will give as Moscow conference, as a common Moscow conference we gave last years. And Beardy, you will be surprised such an event, intense and lot of knowledge event we perform to you. Yeah. That's all. Let's move to questions.
Thank you very much, Anton, for this update. As Mr. Anton just described, we are inviting you to our SOL Group Invest conference, which will be on 27th of June. And a little later, I will just put a link here in chat as well. But it's available in the back office. It's available in your personal page. You can register. It will start at 10 a.m. Moscow time. So it will start at 12:30 India time or 9 a.m. South Africa time. So it depends where you live. But just save the date and let's move to the first question. How did you know about the Dmitry Duyunov's developments, and how did you get in contact with his team?
It's a really interesting question. It's the first time I saw Duyunov hub motor at the YouTube video. It was several months before the project was started. That time, as I knew later, that time Dmitry Duyunov just already conversated with Sergey, with Semyonov, with Pavel. They started to develop this project, but I've met him a little later. I joined Solar Group team in 2019 or 2018. I have a friend that just sent me a link to Novosibirsk meetup that Sergey Semyonov performed while he went in Novosibirsk for some personal reasons, and just seated at home several days. And one of these days he thought, I need to organize conference here in Novosibirsk, and 2018 is where the year that most intense conference schedule there, and they just broadcasted conferences in every town. They just moved the team of Solar Group. And Sergey, we've met with Sergey, and I just asked him several questions. I'm interested what he's doing. What is his business? And that time I just finalized my big project with the Gazprom Neft, performing, just developing the franchise network program for headquarters Gazprom Neft. And I was searching for some project I would love, but no job without love ever. And several times I just I've just впитывал в себя информацию, как это назвать?
Just soaked in as much information as possible.
I was searching, and then I met Sergey. When we speak, I thought, what is this? It's something amazing. I saw investments in a new unknown angle. I'm economist. I'm economist and mathematician, как правильно, да, математик, да. And I know investments. I know them in traditional. I know it institutional investments. Yeah, and what I saw, I was shocked. It were really efficient. It were really attractive. It were really fair. And I said to Sergey, I asked Sergey several questions and asked him to just rate my job in another project, at a crowdfunding project too, but a little different scales. And I asked him to just have a look, and Sergey asked me for what had you done, for what your business is, what you're working for. I'm just presented all the experience I had. I have really big management development experience, and I showed him several projects that were as a base for example, national partnership program that we have right now in Solar Group later. Yeah, and I've showed him, and Sergey said, "You should came to Moscow and speak to the team. We can be really useful to each other." And next week, I just fly to Moscow, meet all the team, and understood that is my place. I should work. Month later, I've signed contract as an chief executive officer assistant with Sergey Semyonov. And first half of the year, I worked as a first assistant for chief executive, just helping them to systemize all the processes, to automate all the regular tasks, to understand the workflow for management for all teams. I've taught the company to work with the distant teams. The experience we using right now, working with the coronavirus and not even thinking about it exists. No, we just not see it. We work in a regular mode, because we always worked since the time. We always work with the distant independent teams that really efficient. And after the half a year at spring last year, I came to board of directors and said, listen up, guys. I see the future. You move clearly, and we just thought about the path we will met this future. I've found the place in this path, my place in this path. And Sergey Smelov and the board of directors gave me chief executive chair. And since that time, I'm exactly in chief executive in the SOLARGROUP. The conference we've met first time in Moscow in February last year. It were just the first half a year of my work, and I have started to move in the top management of the company as a chief executive. It was amazing story. I love to speak it all the time. Everybody asking me what I'm doing, and what we succeed last year. It's we had a really amazing result. We started the most efficient national partnership program with a network of loyal agents, really high professionally agents that know about the project, everything, know about our company, everything. And that way, just they same as we, but at the places, yeah. And we spread it worldwide with the amounts of partners with not expected. Last year were really interesting year. The year of big achievements. This year started as a year of total absolute efficiency and automated processes. This year we started to perform all our tasks and deals with some such professionality, maybe such, как это назвать-то, ладно, не важно, that now we feel as a big world scaled company that aims to $1 billion amounts of investment earning, and that gives our some responsibility. We have a really big network of our loyal agents, our partners, that we just giving understanding that we aim to $1 billion investment earning, and that people will follow us and will wait from us the solutions that allows $1 billion investment earning. And this year started as a year of total efficiency to have the best in the industry operational cost level, the much efficient distant teams management system that you can ever imagine. It has really fast changing company, fast moving forward company that gives us an understanding that billion-dollar investment earning is simple. It's not an easy, but it's quite simple. That's the question is.
Thank you very much for such a great insight. Actually, it's a very interesting story.
You should not wait $1 billion investment earning in this year, of course. But only 5 years I give the company to having $500 million, and might be it might
it's
be
a great target. Thanks. All right. Please, friends, keep writing in chat. We'll get to that questions a little bit later. And the second question is, you already mentioned, Anton, that you were already working in investment field as a mathematician, as an analyst, and the other projects, how they were they also successful, and how do you, which kind of experience did you have?
I'm really lucky guy. I have an ability to learn with a really interesting managers in several projects, and the much amazing thing that I've worked with in teams with the people of top world level in management, such as one of vice presidents of Starbucks, Tereschenko, where one of my bosses in teams that most of I understand and I know. I just learned at Starbucks as a great experience, management experience. We worked with the team in team with this one of this manager. He just left Starbucks and came to Russia and worked in a team that I worked, but it were much amazing experience of American style management and much efficient experience of international management solutions and tools. The time I worked in this team, it was a Travelers Coffee Company. It was a big network of coffee producer and coffee shops in Russia, all around countries, in China, Morocco. We have a lot of coffee shops in our region, and the management team were led by this top manager, Tereschenko, and he were at his time he were right hand of Howard Schultz. Howard Schultz, the president of Starbucks Coffee, and it's a really famous manager in the world. And I've worked with his right hand. It's a perfect experience. I've learned that everything is возможно.
Everything's possible. Mm-hmm.
Everything is possible. Yeah. Everybody can perform the best of him if he follows some specific rules. The rules is they give you this understanding that you can do everything. Then I came here. I just understood that the company Solar Group at this time and the company Solar Group in a year I'm here is a different companies, and I get this challenge and win it. In a year, company were really different. It's a starting point and the end point is a really different companies. And I've gave to myself a promise to change company every year. To every year perform it, made it different level. Every year made it different company that it were last year before. And that it's just one small technique that from the top manager that ruled in his time Starbucks. Just one small technique. Make company different every year. Next level every year. And end of this year, we will have absolutely different Solar Group you've met at the start of this year. We will have much more clear understanding of new projects we just preparing to you. We will have much more efficient workflow for our partners. We have new workflow for national partners, new analytic models in our platform, a lot of management tools. Just set it up in our platform that will give you an ability to follow our management experience we use now. That's it.
Thank you very much. That's really has been again insightful, and I think the company has put forward very ambitious targets, and as you said, year after year it has new heights, new peaks to achieve. So it's great way forward.
Yeah. Every year, company should become different from last year. Much more different, much more better, of course. No difference is only better.
Okay. And Anton, next question we have from our partners is how Solar Group and SovElMash are connected, and whether the partner can see maybe financial reports, or because I know we already saw audit opinion from the company which checked SovElMash financial statements, right? In this year.
Yeah, SovElMash performs external check for every year. First of all, because it's resident for the specific economic zone in Russia, and it has really strong relation about all the statements. They should check it with the external consulting companies. Solar Group, just right now we are getting ready to perform our first external check. I think it will be next year, but the company interactions with the SovElMash are under the check that SovElMash performs each year. All our interactions with SovElMash are checked and signed off, yeah, by that company that has audition for SovElMash. First part of question. Second part of question: how we interact, how we deal, how we partner. Solar Group is actually own half of SovElMash shares already. It owns the company share. Not all the share. Yeah, you can see in the presentation it's 50% of shares, 49.5. And we already, as an owner of SovElMash, We do not need some specific contracts with SovElMash. We are owners. And our main contract is the SovElMash, как устав называется правильно?
Statute of Incorporation.
Yeah. Incorporated contract with that signed off by all owners, by us, Duyunov, and his team. Buying shares of Solar Group company, you actually buying the company that owns SovElMash. You became SovElMash owner. It's a really simple and easy scheme that that business using for a lot of years. I think from its start, even just first monetary relationship were started, such form of ownership were preferred firstly. Yeah, and the buying Solar Group shares, you buying the right to request that share for SovElMash the time it has moved to IPO, moved to has performed to some other ways of share distribution. You actually has this right signed in company incorporated contract. Next question.
Thank you very much. Actually, it's very connected. We have from chat, so maybe we can just jump in with that additional small question from Mr. Behera. He writes, all share certificates given to investors is signed by Solar Group, but SovElMash is not mentioned. I think it's directly linked to what you just mentioned. So I think it cleared this question. So I think all the partners can understand now. So once they buy the share of Solar Group, you automatically, you will become also co-owner of this SovElMash entity.
Solar Group is SovElMash owner.
All right.
This way, we'll develop all our projects. Every investment company, first thing it tries to get from the startup or some technology company is a share. Each share could be small share with about the 5% for the $200,000. What about? Yeah, we just buying half of this company to have a control about it, because 20,000 investors worldwide will not allow us to have bad project. That's why we should control it totally. That's why we have a half of SovElMash owned by Solar Group.
Okay, thank you very much. So our next question, how big is a Solar Group company in terms of how many employees are there? And let's say how many legal entities are Solar Group works with in terms of payment systems, in terms of banks or gateways for payments?
Yeah, we have several acquirers, the payment agents, payment partners that organize all the income process. Processing is really specific and really high cost operations that it's not efficient to perform by ourselves. Processing is for professionals who are professional in processing. We have really good partners with really good contracts. That gives our low transactions costs for one transaction. We have several partners in this. It depends on the region who works in which areas. All this number, not more than 5. I cannot remember that it were more than 5 companies that earn cash for us by using some payment gates. It's a really efficient, we think, and not spread our attention to all the things, all the operations we need to perform. It's a technical issue. You should understand. The processing company have a contract with us. By this contract, they should get your money, give us first of all, give us signed certificate that they had your money. They should transfer this money to SovElMash, pay all the transactions fees by this chain, and give absolutely security for this transaction. It's a really big business, and we think that we will better pay 1 or 2 persons to they perform this excellent. I think it's question that's answer.
All right. I think we can move. Thank you very much, Anton. We can move to the next question. And about how many employees are employed, or employees, agents, or let's say our big team.
Right now, our team is 74 persons. 10 persons working in National Partnership Program. About this number. But our big team is about 4,000 of active partners around the world that we
have confidence.
No, не так. Мы воспринимаем. Как называется? Воспринимаем по-английски.
We view as
we feel as our teammates. Why? They work the same environment that work we. We produce environment for them. It's the same issue that we produce environment for our development team, or some our transaction team, or for some our support team. It's the same work. To manage the interactions with these people, it's a team process. We met them as our big distribution team, our agents that work in different countries. That's nuts. Our team, not only 70 people. Our team is 5,000 of active partners around the world that have questions, that had some needs, that have might be some type of problems. We should be involved in, of course.
That's great to know for all of our partners. Thank you. And I think we can move to the last question before we have questions. We have still time, I think about 15 minutes, maybe, for a couple of questions from chat. So please, Anton, if you can share your view on the business model of SOLARGROUP in the following 5 years time.
I just teased this a little time before. Talking about half $500 million at our path to $1 billion. 5 years is not as long distance you should know, you can think. 5 years, it's the way we can start new projects. We will start new projects. It will be not only one project. It will be not only Duyunov project. It will be, but it will be really interesting projects in the industries and with the technologies that realize our main goal. We just gathered to achieve, to make this world each year different, each year a little better, same as our company. Every year we should do for this world something that will make it better and better, level by level. And 5 years, it's not a long time. In 5 years we just will start and we'll get some accelerate in our race that we plan for 20 years forward. We cannot plan less than 10 years at all. Investment's not planning for 10 years. Investment's planning for decades. And we planning for 20 years forward to understand what resources we should have, what resources, what competences we should have to manage all the projects starting with Duyunov, next project, to pay all the dividends to our investors, to pay to manage all the actions should be performed for IPO for these projects, to sell these projects, to have an ability to step out with a cash out, to have an ability to invest in some other opportunity we'll have, or we cannot plan for 5 years only. 5 years only just a start for us. But these 5 years, once again, we will start new projects, not one, several projects, and we should have $500 million. I thought that we can bet here.
That's great news. Yes, and it's a great ways to anticipate and to look forward to, because partners will know that it's not just these 2-3 years and that's it, but you have something in the future, middle and long-term future.
You know what? If I ask, for example, he were here. Take a second. Nope. I will find him. He were here. I've met him in Moscow conference. Mr. Demare, как его имя? Не помню. He left the conference. Okay, if I ask Beardy, what amount of money you aimed to earn each year, 5 years later, the answer that Beardy will give me understanding that only $500 million is good enough to these guys that work for us. All these partners network we have right now, they are really angry for result, hungry for result. They will just knock us out of the market if we will not give them a $500 million result in the 5 years as the path of our $1 billion investment earning. Yeah,
it's great news. Here someone also with sense of humor posing as Donald Trump. It's okay. Just talking about dividends, by the way, Anton, one of our partners here, Govinda Shrestha, is asking, when will company go public? So I think he means when will be the IPO and when the shareholders.
share market. Mercato ufficiale, no?
Official share market, international share market, or stock exchange.
Solar Group will move to IPO and international share market at the time that it will have such a task. Right now, we should build this company much more efficient than it right now. Right now, we have a lot of other tasks that moves us to our goals. Be public. It's a good goal. It's a good task for the future. But be public usually means that we need to earn money. We prefer to work the way we don't need to earn money more. We prefer to work the way we efficient enough to grow with this money we have right now from these projects we move. To grow with projects. It's a much more natural way. Moving to IPO for Solar Group is not the number one goal. We don't need to get credited by the shares. But I think really soon we will have a point we should to share our success to our partners, to give them the ability to buy shares of Solar Group as the company, as an operational company that performs such a great projects as Duyunov and other else. Sometime we will go public. But not the number one goal.
Sure. Yeah. I understand.
It's only about Solar Group. What about SovElMash? This depends on only on the market market developing in several years. Going public for SovElMash, it's one of the main goals, of course. And this process not ready yet. I'll be clear, not started to get company ready to IPO. Get ready to IPO, it's a really long way that costs a lot of money, and it will be performed, I think, a little later than you will start earning dividends from company. Firstly, you will earn the dividends. You will start to commercialize your money much more faster than SovElMash will go public.
And what's your idea, Anton, about the approximate timing for that? Because we asked with Birdi, and Birdi is laughing because it's a very common question. We asked Pavel Filipov, we asked Pavel Shatsky. Maybe you can share about your plan or preliminary, because
once again, nobody will answer this question exactly at the time, this day. But I can say to you that this process not started yet. You should understand this. And but the dividends sharing and distribution process already started in our company. We just started and developed halfway developed the system that we will give us abilities to spread all the dividends between all the partners. It's our job. But getting SovElMash to IPO, then we will start to get prepared. When we will start to get prepared, this will be a year to this moment. But right now we're not started. Beauty. I know you why you're asking this question. I know that you need answer for this question to work with your partners. But to be clear, nobody will answer these questions to you right now, and it's just impossible. I think we will start to just move forward to this process next year. Next year, we will start just developing all the procedures we should develop, not earlier. Right now, we should build engineering center. We should start our business, and all our intention right for here. But we always have some good news.
So follow the updates on the website.
Follow the updates.
Yes. Thank you very much. Actually, that's exactly what we were hoping to, because it just for us it's clear just to get a better understanding for all the partners, and so they can explain it to their colleagues.
Of course, yeah.
Yes,
I know the nature of these questions. Yeah, I understand clearly.
Yes, maybe I know that in some minutes we have still a couple of more minutes. The same partner is asking.
I should move to Bulgaria.
Okay. That's maybe last question is it possible to transfer funds from to transfer partner's bonus to main account without verification process?
Actually not. That's a rule. Yeah, of course. Every transaction should be performed by verified users. Even we have some processes that not gives you the ability to do something not verified. Everything around money should be absolutely clear. We should know our client. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. I agree with you. Thank you very much. And okay, just last one. Same partner is asking, what is the total number of shares of the company, and if you can share information about how many shares sold out and how many remain to be sold.
Nobody can answer this question to you. Because the shares calculated by the end of earning the amount of money. It's an amount-based investment program. It's a project-based investment program. We have a project that measured in money. In money we should spend to perform this project efficiently. And how many shares will be in there depends on the time investor moved in the project. To earlier investors have a preference, and as a later investor comes in the project, the less amount of shares he will have bought. That's a reason we could not just say the number of shares. It's not exist yet. When we will have all the amount of money sold, we will say you exactly. You have this amount of shares, and it costs.
So I think it will be closer to investment stage 20 after. When it will be over, then can be calculated and made public.
I think much earlier.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you very much, Anton. Yes,
Some last, se posso chiedere una domanda, perché mi sta chiedendo tanti giorni un nostro partner molto importante. Come la domanda, lui chiede che come sai che minimo dobbiamo avere personale 200, se possiamo minorare a 50 su 100, e così anche alcuni partner che hanno difficoltà possono magari utilizzare bonus per le loro problematiche personali. Come momento adesso anche sai che quello viviamo.
Ho capito.
Se possiamo
chiedo
passiva.
Grazie, Бирди. Вопрос от Бирди, потому что, говорит, его спрашивают партнеры несколько дней и несколько партнеров. То есть довольно актуальная тема. Сумма, которая необходима для того, чтобы выводить партнерский бонус на сегодня, составляет минимум это $200 личных инвестиций. Партнеры многие спрашивают, особенно из Индии, особенно у которых есть какие-то наработки, но недостаточно. Может ли эта сумма быть уменьшена?
I got it. I got it. The first, there is a rule. You working with something, earning investments in something. You should know that something really good, and you should believe this project, and you should invest your money. The $200. It's one of the smallest package size you ever can buy from us, and that's why this amount is saturated.
I understand. All right, thank you very much. We have still many questions. I hope we can invite you in our future webinars, or in India, or for Latin America, or for South Africa. Virdi, sì.
Grazie mille a Mr. Anton. Come avevo dato esempio che dobbiamo fare imparare anche i nostri bambini.
Окей. Да-да-да, что с интернетом. Говорит, as Birdi mentioned, it's a great example which you're given, that we also need to teach our kids, teach our, let's say, future generations in real life, and also in like small things, but also in terms of investments, in terms of help our maybe family members, help our friends and family, how to be to use money wisely as well. Think about long term. Think about securing your financial future.
I give one appointment at the end. Investments, in my view, investments should become something really common, similar. It's just something. Just investments, okay. Yeah.
Not to be scared of.
It should be the same as you. Just pay your balance, pay your mobile balance, just growing it up, to have an ability to speak with people. And investments should be will become something the same easy in the near future. And everybody will have some amount of money at his mobile phone, that he will understand his future in an exact manner.
Sure. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye. We'll continue. Thank you. Great.
Пока. Grazie.
Пока-пока. До свидания.
Пока-пока.
Grazie mille.
Ok, grazie di tutto.
We can cover a couple of more questions, Birdi, because one question remains still from Mr. Dilip Singh. He asks, currently do we have an exit option? What exit option there is? And I can reply by saying that currently, as from our presentation, we have two possibilities. First, you can keep the investment, you can keep till you will receive dividends. Or second, you still can keep it till there is a point where you can sell the investment, sell the shares to another person or to the company, because company already announced that after the end of investment process and internal exchange will be opened, it will be possible even to sell your shares not to another partner, but even to the company itself. And we will see later what will be the price, what will be conditions. But so right now, just to hold it. But in the future, once we have the project in place, once all financing has been completed, then we can you have the exit option in terms of or selling it or receiving dividends. And of course, a third point is, of course, you can benefit from affiliation program, from partnership program, which is here company pays for result. So result for the company is investments attracted. If you attract investments, then you are, let's say, you have bonus from this activity, and you can already benefit from it right now. I hope that answers the question. And also Mr. Becerra asks from where we will get contract certificates with SovElMash. I think this was partly covered by Mr. Anton, and the answer is also that as soon as the company SovElMash will be transformed into joint stock company in Russia, then your shares of Solar Group, there will be possibility to exchange these shares of Solar Group to the shares of SovElMash. So you will be documented co-owner of the SovElMash enterprise. Because right now it's limited liability company, and in the future it will be transformed to joint stock company with shares. So I think if you have questions. Mr. Dilip Singh saying earlier question, just one minute. Try to find it. I can open your microphone. You can also ask it. Okay, what is investment pie chart? Right, there's 3 questions. Wanted to know the country-wise investment ratio from inception to the date. So I don't quite understand what's investment pie chart. Let's start from the second one. Why you raising funds? You're not raising funds locally. Actually, it's included in our presentation. We have partners in 116 countries. So including Russia. So we do raise funds locally. We do raise funds in Russia, in post-Soviet Union area, in Europe, from South Africa, from Latin America, and also from India, from Asian part of the continent, and Vietnam, Thailand, and a lot of countries. So it comes from all over the place, let's say from all the countries, from many countries. And third question, technology already in the market. What I understand, how? For that part, it's better to speak more technological part. We are speaking in our normal presentation, where we cover the topics of where the technology, what prototypes are already there in the market, and what are the products. And the company already now has the motors produced by SovElMash company, and it's sold by a partner in China also, company ASPP. We are talking more in details about this on our presentation. So let me just maybe send you a link to last week's presentation. Birdi, if you have questions, other or?
No, stiamo a posto, magari se tanto possiamo anche, giusto? इंटेंडो grazie mille. अगर भाई आपका किसी का सवाल है तो अपना हाथ खड़ा कीजिए, अपना माइक खोल सकते हैं और
So thank you very much for your attention, for your participation, and again, I'll remind you about 27th of June. It will be Saturday, so we'll have a live conference of Solar Group, translated into 7 languages, also in English and other languages. And there'll be great speakers, also national partners and representatives of the company on the conference, as well as presentation of our plans for the future. And I hope you can join, you can attend it. It will be, of course, recorded, but if you attend it live, there will be some competition, there will be prizes, giveaways to the partners, to more attentive and more, let's say, active partners who will participate in the conference. So if you're there live, you can benefit from some prizes the company will be distributing. So hope you can all participate. And let's wait. Maybe if you have any other questions, Mr. Trump raised the hand. I hope.
श्रीमान ट्रम्प जी, अगर आप बात करना चाहते हैं अपना माइक खोल सकते हैं.
Please, sir, go ahead. Mr. Dilip, I now unmute your microphone. You can share if there is a question or is everything clear?
Yeah, sir. I tried to understand what I asked. I wanted to know the country-wise investment ratio. Country-wise investment ratio.
There is some disturbance in the line, so maybe you can write your question in chat, and I can give my email here, so you can leave it the note if some questions were not covered, and also let me put the link to the news regarding the conference as Mr. Anton promised.
Dim prva aprilia microfono del Trump.
Okay. So I hope we covered most of questions.
Ok, penso che possiamo anche salutarci, giusto?
Sì.
Ok. ओके, धन्यवाद सभी दोस्तों का जो आप हमारे साथ बने. आशा करते हैं आपको जो आज की अपडेट रही होगी आपके लिए महत्वपूर्ण रही होगी. नवीन जी, आप कुछ कहना चाह रहे हैं? आपका हाथ देख रहा हूँ. निशा के बोले धीरे कोलकाता नवीन से वो
Hello Naveen, how are you doing?
How are you, sir? कैसे हो?
Jai Hind.
जी ठीक है नवीन जी. come state?
Bene, bene, grazie mille.
जी हम ठीक है. आप बताइए कैसे हैं?
बस ये बढ़िया है
जी.
और इंडिया में सब बढ़िया है.
चलो, बहुत खुशी की बात है. tutto bene in India, tutto ok per momento.
और
अगर आपका कोई सवाल है जो आपका कोई मशवरा है तो बताइए.
जी, मैं अपने सभी भाइयों से ये कहना चाहूँगा कि जो हमारा 27 तारीख में इवेंट है, सभी उसके लिए कोई प्रेजेंटेशन वीडियो बनाए जिससे कि लोग जागरूक हों और टेक्नोलॉजी को समझे कि इलेक्ट्रॉनिक व्हीकल का क्या भविष्य है और किस तरह भविष्य में काम करने वाले हैं.
जी.
तो जागरूकता
sta dicendo
सबसे
che
अहम चीज है.
vuole consigliare a tutti che preparate una piccola presentazione per il 27 giugno, spiegate anche perché è importante questa la tecnologia per noi. जी, सॉरी बीच में थोड़ा रशियन के यूज कर.
Devo tradurre.
जी
Naveen ji.
जी.
जी, तो बस मेरी यही सभी दोस्तों से है कि अपने सभी लोग एक ऐसी वीडियो बनाए कि जिससे कि प्रेजेंटेशन दे, जिससे कि लोग जागरूक हो कि इलेक्ट्रॉनिक क्यों एक एनवायरनमेंट के लिए अच्छा व्हीकल है और भविष्य में इसकी क्या अहमियत है और भविष्य में इसके अच्छे कितने परिणाम होंगे. और जो आज लोग इस मौके को छोड़ रहे हैं वो बाद में कितना पछताएंगे।
Chi perderanno questa opportunità saranno proprio, dobbiamo concentrarsi sul progetto e dobbiamo mettersi di tutta. Magari chiediamo anche a mio papà qualcosa se vuoi.
Giusto.
Chiedi.
Traduci? Sì. Hello, good evening, Mr. Ramastra Virdi. Welcome to this conference. It's a pleasure to have you here on this conference, on this webinar. Devo aprire.
Hello, Virdi साहब जी, आप अपना माइक खोल लीजिए.
Anche volevo offrire, sì, schiacciare aprire il microfono.
अपने माइक पर क्लिक कीजिए जो स्क्रीन पर दिख रहा है या फिर कहें कि lui è nuovo.
Okay, in the meantime, I can explain Mr. Dilip Singh. I think country-wise investment pattern, you mean distribution of investors in the world, right? If it's the case, then we have around half, less than half from Russia and more than half from all the other countries. A great amount from India, from Vietnam, a great amount from Europe, and of course, and all the other countries.
Okay. जी, आपका कोई सवाल है, आप बात कर सकते हैं, अपनी रख सकते हैं बात. Sì, è aperto il microfono, rispondiamo. Se...
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
हेलो, आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
जी, आ रही है.
My best regards to all members of SOLARGROUP, CEO, directors, and
Thank
others.
you, sir. Thank you.
Today is my first day to join SOLARGROUP meeting. Today, no comments. Thanks for all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. It's a pleasure to see you here on this webinar, and we thank very much to our national partner Virdi for help, because every Sunday he organizes also with Mr. Rajesh Kumar webinar for India, and today Wednesday we organize for English speaking partners, and I hope everything was clear, because Anton tried also and delivered a successful presentation in English, and we will try to reach as many languages, as many continents and countries as possible. Mr. Trump, okay, chiede microfono. Yes, please, Mr. Trump. Hello.
I would say that company did the transfer and withdraw fund is $200, okay, which is more high according to other companies. The limitations should be $50 only.
Yes, thank you for your question. It's regarding the minimum amount of personal investment before you can withdraw bonus funds, right? This was already covered by
more high, sir. This is $200 much high, because you know some minimum reduction.
Yes, there's the connection problem. In any case, it was covered already by Mr. Anton. He told that actually this amount is a rule in the company, so it means that when you're discussing and when you're giving this information to the partners, first, who needs to be sure is yourself, and that means that also to be sure in the company, you need to make this some minimum investment yourself, because then you can be sure in the company and in its goals in the future. And I will continue to discuss with the management about this limit, but right now this is the rule. So to have $200 personal investment, which before you can withdraw the bonus, from the bonus account. Okay, thank you very much.
ओके,
धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद सभी को।
को।
मैं आपके साथ बात शेयर करना चाह रहा हूँ कि आज मेरे लिए भी बहुत ही खुशी का दिन है, जो मेरे पिताजी आज पहली बार जूम मीटिंग अटेंड कर रहे हैं। आशा करूंगा ये ऐसे हमारे साथ बने रहेंगे और इनका आशीर्वाद रहा तो हम सभी मिलकर काफी आगे बढ़ेंगे। बड़ों का और अपनी फैमिली का आशीर्वाद जरूरी होता है। धन्यवाद।